A lot of this information came directly out of the amendments, and as the commission, we are to look at these. What is in the amendment we cannot change, but we can add or make recommendations to these sections. So the first is license required, and it states no person or entity shall operate a medical marijuana cultivation facility unless the person has a license issued by the commission pursuant to this chapter. Each license for a cultivation facility shall specify the name of the individual who holds a license, the address of the individual who holds a license, and the effective date of the license. So is there anything that we would like to add or change as it relates to this?
Just a couple of points on. They said the effective date. I would come to the effective dates from the time that it issues till the time that it expires. And just it's a little bit vague. All the definition when it just says date. So I think the effective dates, the date, the date that it was given and the date that it would expire would be on the license. And then when they talk about the address of the individual who holds the license, should that be the individual address of the owner, or should that be the location of the actual facility? The two things. And when I reviewed that, it seemed a little bit vague. It might be better clarification. That would be, under 1B, that's 2 and 3.
The other thing I think would be two things, and I agree on the effective date. One of the things that we might look at is the date. I believe, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the calendar for the state runs through like July 1st through the end of June. And so it may be one of those things, especially when we're starting this, that we might look at kind of trying to align that with the state calendar, even if it means the first year we have to do some kind of shorter than 1 year period licensing and make that work. But I think that might be a good place to make the dates roll, since that's the state calendar.
We could probably prorate the licensing fees for the census. It won't be a full year. They're going to pay a licensing fee. We'd have to probably look at prorating that fee as well during that time. So I think that would make sense.
So effective dates from July to June 30th?
Well, and that, so a lot of places in this amendment makes things expire 1 year from the date of issuance. Mr. Story's right that a lot of our permits are done on the fiscal year, but we'll have to make sure that's something that you all can change within the amendment. I'm not sure that it is without legislative.
Can you come to the mic?
Sure. When you're talking about the expiration dates for these permits and the times that they're going to run, most places in this amendment has an expiration date 1 year from the date of issuance. Changing that to a fiscal year cycle, much like we do alcohol permits, that's going to require legislative change. I don't think you can just change the amendment expiration dates just at your will.
On some of these things where it would seem to make more sense to do it on the fiscal year, the government fiscal year, when we get a list of these things, we might get, at least from the commission, we could say to the legislators, they're going to pass legislation concerning this amendment, that would be something we would recommend they change. Is that one route we can try to get this thing done?
You can try.
All right. We can send that recommendation to the legislature.
Yes.
And ask for that.
You can always ask.
Put that on our Christmas list.
Okay.